Bonjour et bienvenue à la Perle French Center. Comment ça va? It has been a while. In our last lesson, we talked about the present tense of the RE verbs. So we ended the lesson about the present tense of the verbs in French. We finished with the ER verbs, the IR verbs, and the RE verbs. So play all these videos for you to be able to know how to form the present tense of all the verbs in French. In our today's lesson, we are going to talk about les homophones. Homophones. Les homophones. Do you know what you call homophone? If you know them in English, now we are going to learn them in French. Are you ready for it? Then let's go. My first question is, c'est quoi un homophone? What do you call homophone? C'est quoi un homophone? We can say that un homophone est un mot qui se prononce de la même manière qu'un autre mot, mais de sens différent. What does it mean? It means an homophone, or the homophone is a word that has the same pronunciation with another word, but has a different meaning. And most of the time, they even have different spelling. They have different meaning, but they have the same pronunciation. I hope you know many of them in English. So let's go and learn the French. We are going to learn some of them in French. So here we are going to talk about a, on, ou, dans, c'est. In today's lesson, these are the homophones that we are going to learn. A, on, ou, dans, and c'est. They all have the same pronunciation. A, on, ou, dans, c'est. These are not all, we have plenty. We are going to talk about these ones today. So the first on the list is a. Let's look at this sentence. Le garçon a 5 chiens. Le garçon a 5 chiens. Mon père a une voiture rouge. Mon père a une voiture rouge. If I take these two sentences, le garçon a 5 chiens et mon père a une voiture rouge, the a in these two sentences has the same meaning. The boy has 5 dogs. My father has a red car. And this a in this sentence, we can replace it and use a verb at the place. You can use a verb to replace this a in a sentence. And when you are able to replace this a with a verb, means that your a can be written with no accent. You don't put an accent on that a. And most of the time you change it, you replace this a with avait. So if I say le garçon avait 5 chiens, is correct. Mon père avait une voiture rouge, is correct. But if you don't know avait, you can take any verb again. Le garçon achète 5 chiens. It's a correct sentence. Means I was able to change the a with another verb. Means the a that I have to use in the sentence to be a verb must not have an accent on top on it. That's when we use this a is a verb. Now let's look at the next one. Le garçon va à Paris. Le garçon va à Paris. La fille donne le pain à James. La fille donne le pain à James. David est à la maison. David est à la maison. These three sentences, for example, can I replace a with a verb? It's not possible because the a here is not a verb, but it's a preposition. It will not be possible to replace it with a verb. I can't do it. Means that when you are using this a, check, can I replace the a with a verb? If yes, means there's no accent on that a. Can I replace the a with a verb? If no, then put accent on top of that a. So a and a, they are homophones. On. On a une grande maison. On a une grande maison. On va au marché. On va au marché. The on here, on, can be used as a subject of a sentence. And the on here can be replaced with another subject. Means this on is a subject. On means what? You can use we, you can use someone. If I say on a une grande maison, we have a big house. On va au marché, we are going to the market. On is a subject, and I can't replace on with a verb. The next one say ils ont un ballon. Because of the S at the end of il, sorry, we say ils ont. But if I say ils ont un ballon, means you can hear the sound on. And this on has T at the end. The next one, les enfants de Marc ont un chien. Les enfants de Marc ont un chien. This on also has T at the end. Les enfants ont peur de l'orage. Les enfants ont peur de l'orage. On, T at the end. This on here is a verb. The on with T at the end is a verb. So we can replace it and put another verb at its place. The moment you can replace it and use a verb means our on there must have T at the end. But if you can't change it and use a verb, means that on is a subject. We use on. If I say ils ont un ballon, I can say ils avaient un ballon. I can say ils achètent un ballon. I can say ils jouent un ballon. It's a verb. So I can replace with different verbs and have a correct sentence, even though it will not give me the same meaning. But I will have a correct sentence because that on that I'm taking out of the sentence is a verb. But the first one, I can't replace it with a verb, but I can use another subject. On a une grande maison. I can say il a une grande maison. Elle a une grande maison. James a une grande maison. They are all correct sentences. Means I can replace that word with another subject. Où? Où? Tu veux une poule ou une pintade? Il joue du tam-tam ou de la flûte. Où means or. Or. Do you want a hen or a guinea fowl? Or, that is où. No accent on it. Je sais où tu vas with accent. Je sais où tu vas means I know where you are going. The où with accent means where, and the où without accent means or. Voici la maison où je suis né. This is the house where I was born. Où habites-tu? Where do you stay? So où with accent is where, and où without accent is or. Dans, dans. Le stylo est dans le sac. The pen is in the bag. Le stylo est dans le sac. Il y a 7 jours dans une semaine. There are 7 days in a week. Means dans. D-A-N-S means in. Now look at this sentence. Delphine a de belles dents. Delphine a de belles dents. And dents here means what? Teeth. Delphine has beautiful teeth. Elle a toujours des dents de lait. Elle a toujours des dents de lait. She's still having milk teeth. Les dents sont dans la bouche. Les dents sont dans la bouche. Les dents sont dans la bouche. The first dent, D-E-N-T, with S, means plural. And the second one, D-A-N-S. The first one is teeth. The second one is in, means the teeth are in the mouth. Les dents sont dans la bouche. C'est, c'est, the last group. The first one, il parle à ses enfants. Il parle à ses enfants. This S-E-S means he is talking to his children. Il parle à ses enfants. The next one, ces filles sont mes amies. C-E-S, ces filles sont mes amies. These girls are my friends, or those girls are my friends. So C-E-S means these or those. Je sais nager. Je sais nager. I know how to swim. Je sais. S-A-I-S is a verb. Il parle à ses enfants. Let's look at these sentences, the first one and the fourth. Il parle à ses enfants. Il parle à ses enfants. The first one, the say in it was his. And this one is these. Il parle à ses enfants means he is talking to these children. Je sais que ces enfants ont vu ces poules. Wonderful. Je sais que ces enfants ont vu ces poules. We said that the say, S-I-I-S, means know, to know something. S-E-S, his or her. C-E-S, these or those. Je sais, I know, que ces enfants ont vu ces poules. Means I know that his children saw these hens. Very simple. I know that his children saw these hens. Je sais que ses enfants ont vu ces poules. So these are what we learned today. A, on, ou, dans, c'est. There are a lot more to learn later. But play the video several times for you to understand them. So when the rest come, you'll be able to know all of them. So this brings us to the end of our lesson of today. And don't forget, if you want to learn more, go to our website www.laperlefrenchcenter.com. A live class is there waiting for you. See you next time, and I'll meet you in your live class. Bye bye.